Good morning, everybody. SoCalsabre here, and Bill Thornton. And I'm going to be doing my February 2021 wrap up. I started the monthly wrap ups last month, and I'm going to continue on doing so. Like what you hear, hit that like button down there. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Push it out into your social media channels. Help the channel out. Some of the things I want to be talking about is the games I played in February, the videos I did in February, and what videos I'm planning on in March. And also, at the end, I'll talk about me personally, how I'm doing in these days of COVID and so forth. What did I play in February? I had put a lot of hours in Tainted Grail. I haven't had that out for a long time, over a year as a matter of fact, so I started over from the beginning and got quite a few hours in. I was in chapter 2 when all of a sudden I ran across some tough times and my guys were dying and going to die, and that was going to be the end. So I used that, I don't know what they call it, saved by the Almighty or something. So I thought that was a good time. I saved it, packed it up for a while. It won't be over a year before I get it back out again. I really like the game. It's pretty challenging. Then I played 4th Street basketball. And I know I told some of you I was going to do a video. I did tell some of you. I told all of you I was going to do a video on the dice and facts, but I got pretty frustrated with playing it, and so I decided not to do the video, because I just didn't want to talk about it. I was in a bad mood about it. So what bothered me about it is how long it takes to play the game. Yes, I know that basketball games take longer than baseball or longer than some other games. But this one was extraordinarily long, and I just got disenchanted. I tried to do a couple things to affect the timing, but it didn't work, so I put it away until I could try to figure something out. I have an app of baseball on the table right now. I've been playing it, and I have it's a 12-team, 6 teams in each league, AL and NL, and they play a 30-game season. I'm about 5 games into the season. And why I picked 30-game season, because all my other games, baseball games that I play, or I use 30 games, and so I wanted to see how the stats hold up against the other ones, especially my Superstar Baseball, which I've been playing since the 80s. Played Colony, which is a dice drafting and manipulation game that I had picked up a while back, and I played that. I really liked it, and my grandson when it was on the table was over for his weekly visit, and he was really eyeballing it, so I think he'll like that also when we get a chance to play it. Then Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core. I got off to a bad start because I tried to make the minis and couldn't do it, so I got saved though by a friend of mine that's pretty good at that stuff, and he said he'd put them together for me, and he did. So then I got on to learning it, and if you've been out and watched any of the videos, learning it's a little bit difficult. The rule book doesn't explain a lot of things, and where it should be explained, it's in another place, and they have frequently fact thing on their website and everything. So between all the information being in different places, I looked at them and watched the videos and everything. I think I got it down finally, and I like it, but it's a tough game. I played 4 games. I'm only doing the Newt mission, the first very mission, and I just get my butt kicked every time. I try to change a little bit of things to see if I can do anything, but I haven't had any luck. One more time. I'll set it back up again today, maybe get it in tomorrow. And then, of course, Superstar Baseball. We've been playing it even since we shut down face-to-face, we've been playing it once a week on Skype. Well, in February, I did make 3 unboxing videos, not as many videos as that I wanted to. The last one after the Empire, that was a big surprise. That was a Kickstarter I ordered sometime in 2019. It was due in early 2020. It got caught up in the COVID mess and was really late. And it showed up at my doorstep. Didn't even know it was coming. I just heard a big bang. I guess when the FedEx guy put the box down on the ground, I went out the door and there it was. Well, so I unboxed that one. A lot of good stuff in there. It looks real good. It's a worker placement, which my family likes a lot, worker placements, but it's also got a tower defense mechanism in them, which should be pretty interesting. I've watched a couple of reviews on it, and I like what I see, and so I'm going to try to get that on the table and learn it, so that when we open up a little bit and get some people over here to play, we can play. What do I got planned in March? Well, one of our subscribers asked me if I would do a top GMT war game. And I looked at it, and I have enough to do it, the ones that I have played. And so I'm going to be doing a top GMT games this month. Sometime in the month, I'll start working on that this week and getting the data and making my decisions on the games. And I don't know if it'll be a top 5 or a top 10. It depends on how many I got and which way I'll go on it. But it'll be GMT games that I own and that I have played. Then I'm going to be doing, I got 2 new sports games coming in, new to my collections. You know, they're not new to the industry, but new to my collections. I'll be doing an unboxing of each one of those for your sports fans and showing you the cards and maybe some of the mechanics of the game and so forth. So keep an eye open for that one. And then the other one that I thought about, since I talked about Colony, I put on my list, I want to do a top dice games that I own. You know, there are games where dice are driven, like Colony and Roll for the Galaxy and Elder Signs, just to name a few, which have dice as a lot of their mechanics. And so I'm going to look through my collections and pick out ones like that, and then I'm going to hopefully do a top dice games. You know, and if there's anything that you would like to see me do or, you know, try, let me know. Put it down in the remarks like the subscriber did about the GMT games. Speaking of that, if you like what you're hearing today, go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it. Push it out on your social media channels, and let's get some more growth on the channel. I'm really humbled by the amount of growth that we have had. Okay, now as far as me, yeah, I'm still self-isolated, been for a year now. And well, on March 11th, it'll be a year since I went into isolation. But I'm doing okay. You know, I did get my second COVID shot on February 10th. So some people say I'm vaccinated now. I go by the 20-day rule. And so, you know, am I going to be going out crazy? No. Am I going to be going out without masks? No. I live in a purple city, and the numbers are still high around here. Will I open up a little bit? Yes. Okay. You know, like, for example, next week, I'm going to finally be able to go back to the dentist and get my work finished that got started when I took my partial away and that. And then the big one I'm really looking forward to, because I'm not looking forward to going to the dentist, but I'm really looking forward to is getting this haircut. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. And I think it's funny, when I spent 20 years in the military, and I said, wow, when I retire, I'm going to let my hair grow long and all this stuff. And I got out and started to let it grow long, and no, I didn't like it. So, you know, I'm going to be still staying. You know, I think that beside that, I'm not going to grocery stores. Instacart, if I need something, Amazon can deliver it. You know, I may have, my 2 friends and I are going to start playing our weekly Superstar face-to-face on the 10th. But we're using the protocols we did before. We're wearing masks. We each have individual dice trays and individual dice, so we're not passing dice and things back and forth. So those are some of the protocols we use when we're playing. We're going to continue. Even though I'm vaccinated and my one friend's in the process of being vaccinated and the other one's waiting. But the vaccinations don't mean everything. 95%. Okay? That means there's still 5% chance you can catch it when there's a lot of stuff going around. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any, so I'll stay careful. Other health-wise, you know, I got a few issues going on, but the doctors are looking at it, and they're, you know, running different kinds of tests and ultrasounds, and now they're going to have me wearing a heart monitor for 2 weeks. They're trying to figure out what's going on, but at least they're trying to figure out. You know, to me, it doesn't feel nothing serious. There's one that's a little bit serious, but I'm not going to discuss it. But you know, because people get worried about those things. One of the things that really excite me is that I just bought new living room furniture, a new couch. I got rid of my old couch and my sofa and love seat. And my son-in-law and his friend come over, took it away, and took it to the dump. It was 21 years old, very comfortable, but it was shabby. So I did something that I never thought I would do. I bought new furniture online. I didn't go in. I bought it online. It arrived, the guys brought it in, put it in, and I really like it. My daughter and my grandson came over this week for their weekly visit, and they helped me put pads underneath the furniture to protect my laminate flooring, and they seem to really like the furniture also. Other than that, my sports, I'm looking forward to Major League Baseball starting here shortly, and see if my Tigers can improve a little bit this year. Let's see. Hope they're going upwards. I'm not expecting no great team, but I would like to see some progress. Really looking forward to about 2023 when these young kids that we got in the minors finally get into the majors, because I think there's a lot of great prospects there. The Buffalo Bills, I was really proud of them. They made it to the AFC Championship game this year, and I hope they continue on their upward spiral that they've been on, and maybe next year, who knows? And maybe I'll see another Super Bowl with the Bills in it in my lifetime. I saw 4, but they all lost. I'd like to see a different outcome, though. Sabres, they're back out there. I don't understand this team at all. They got plenty of scorers on it, but they're just not scoring, and they're not doing all that well. They went through a COVID streak where they didn't play for 2 weeks, then they got back. They just started to get their legs back. Now they're going through injuries, or their captain's injured, their number 1 goalie's injured, So, but, injuries are injuries. All the teams go through that stuff. So, who knows? Maybe the Sabres are looking for another number 1 draft pick this year. The Celtics, yep, they're a funny team. They're in the lowest in the standings they've been in several years. As of this morning, they're in 7th place. I don't remember them in the last 4 or 5 years being that low in the standings. They just need a little bit. They need some sort of help for those 2 stars, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They need They need a big guy is what they really need to help them out down there. Daniel Tice and Tustin Williams. They try, but they're not just big like the other guys. Guys have these big, gigantic centers. And anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope they just make the playoffs anyway. Well, that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until you hear from me again, as I always say, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other. In these days of, yes, still a lot of COVID, please stay safe.